Hey there. Well, I don't know how else to say this, so I'm just going to try to say it as it is. Possibly when I'm sick, I get a little bit more blunt about things, and I don't think the same way as when I'm not sick, when I'm more healthy. So, maybe there was an element to my last video that didn't seem as empathetic as I've been trying to be in general. But you can be empathetic and still criticize something that comes from marginalized groups. Okay, just because a group is marginalized doesn't mean we can never talk about problems within those groups. If you think that, how are we to ever solve any problems? Unless you just think that the only way that we can solve problems is by criticizing white males. That's not a way to go about it either, to just make everything white males' problems. White Christian Republican males. Now, they are a problem, especially with this administration. Yeah, they are a problem, but that doesn't mean that covers all problems. I can be empathetic and criticize elements about the gay community, the trans community, the black community. I can criticize different cultures and problems that come from certain cultures. I should be able to criticize anything I want as long as the criticisms are valid. Now, in my last video, I mainly talked about what I see on X. But some of these people, like Sarah McBride and India Willoughby, are not just rage baiters. Okay, these are people with some pull. And they're stating that trans women are biologically women, are objectively biologically women. They've said this sort of thing. And it's just like, if we're not supposed to critique any of this or criticize any of this, I don't like how toxic of a place X has become since Elon took it over and changed it to X, right? There's a lot of toxicity there. I block more people on that platform than any other. And some of these people that I was having some of these discussions with, I eventually blocked. I'm just like, no, I'm not going to listen to your nonsense. Perhaps they really are just trolling. It's hard to really know on that platform. But some of these arguments I've seen way outside X. So I felt it was important to talk about. If you really are of some belief that you should never ever criticize a marginalized group or anyone from a marginalized group, or I've seen the notion that you can't criticize individuals from marginalized groups, or that's bad too, even if it has nothing to do with that the group being the group it is. Just, it's like saying that if someone doesn't like a Kamala Harris, you're being racist. It's just like, no, that's not how that works. In order for something to be racist, you'd actually have to you'd have to say that you don't like Kamala Harris because she's black. Yeah, then that would be racist. But just not liking a number of elements about her policies and the way that she communicates that's not the same thing. Now, I wish that Kamala would have become president and that we wouldn't have had Trump. But that's neither here nor there. That's nothing we can do about that now. So, but damn it, the notion that you shouldn't criticize anything from a marginalized group is stupid. We'll never solve any problems if that's the case. Just saying.